What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the 4th level of hell and sent us down to the 7th level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yalla Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Get me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. Okay, I'm here. I am here. Let me make sure my audio is right. Hold on, y'all. Sure. Okay. We here. Give me just a second. Just plugging everything up. God of mercy. God of love. All right, put that there. Put this here. Chicken, get your chicken here. Bada bing, bada boom. I think we're ready to go. Let's see. All right, there we go. What is up, y'all? What is going on? Hey. Oh, I know what that is. That's that stupid cord that don't work right. All right. What's going on, y'all? We are back again today for another day of news. Back here, back in the saddle, once again, doing what we do. How y'all doing today? I got another, because it was so good yesterday. So I said to myself today, self, you got to lick the part off the back of the cover. So I said, self, we're gonna have some more of her today. So that's what we're doing because who gonna check me? Let me say hey to y'all. Hold on. I'm not extra late, Tracy. Lord, I'll have you know. Anyway, how are you all doing? Let me say hello to my wonderful pupils. Hey, Tracy W. Hey, Nessa. What's going on, Nessa? Cassandra, L. Sid, Tracy C, Ravine, Too Feisty, Red Bird, Montrez. What's good, bruh? What's going on, y'all? I really don't feel the need to share this out. But if I need to, I guess I will, God. I'm going to do the right thing and share this out so it won't be said that I didn't share the video out. Let me let the people know. Really B gonna post that. We just looked at that yesterday, Really B. She just posted something in the members only chat that we absolutely covered yesterday. Did we not? That's why we are who we are. We break stories around here. Oh. I'll come back to that. Oh, that looks like something I want to see. See, this is why I can't go on social media like that. Because I start seeing stuff that I want to look at. And yeah. Hold on, y'all. Hold your line. Hold your line. What the heck? All right. There we go. There is Instagram. Let me post this on YouTube. No, we don't want that. Share, create post. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. All right. So good. Anyway, so let's see who else came in. Hey, Yana. Hey, Universal Goddess. Cymera. Teres, what's good? David, what's good, bruh? Hey, I'm ready for some laughs today. They pissed me off so bad at work today that I left early. Child, you got to get up out of there, honey. David, you can't have the people make you mad. Listen, all my ladies and all my men that get their backs blown out, you could be verse, you could be a bottom, you could be a verse bottom, you could be a verse top. You could be non-binary. Anyway, y'all ever had an ex that used to try and take their anger and abuse out on you when they had a bad day at work? They always wanted to fuck when they came home mad from work, and now you trying to, tear my walls down. Hey, TJ, you ever had an ex like that? Hey, Miss Baythang. Happy Tuesday to you too, boo. Y'all ever had an ex like that? Child, I had one. Baby, he used to come home mad, broke down, busted, and disgusted, and immediately want to dip his spoon into this here sugar bowl and, child, tear down the walls. Like, oh, I ain't do it. I just don't understand. Y'all ain't never had that? I did say hi to you, Ravine, but I'll say hi to you again, Ravine. Do we need to go back to how we used to do Ravine, where the whole chat had to stop what they were doing and say hi to you, Ravine? Everybody stop and say hi to Ravine, because y'all know how Ravine get. So nobody else had a boyfriend or husband like that? Well, y'all lucky. And the thing about it is, he had this gargantuan dick. I was like, bruh, slow down, hold off. I ain't do it. Thank y'all for saying hi to Ravine. Because baby, the way she was trying to the way she was finna haze me, like I was a pyramid on the Delta line. The way she was getting ready to haze me, honey, make me do excuses and all kinds of stuff. Ravine, you could not haze me. I already been hazed. I already pledged. Anyway, y'all, I saw Really Being went live early today. So that means we might have some time to work with. We might have some more time to work with. Child. Girl. I had a friend with benefits that did me like that a couple of times. Child. Exactly, Vovo. How you doing, Cookie? Child, it's not cute. But then when it was my time to get some, oh, wait, hold on, slow down. No, ain't no fucking hold on and slow down. You didn't tell me that shit. Fuck. I'm just saying. You love a bad day at work. What I'm eating? Girl, I'm eating another one of these Italian ices like I was eating. I had to put a piece of Italian ice. It's mango. I had to put a piece of napkin underneath it because it was freezing my fingers, you know. Ciao. But I'm eating some Italian ice. Y'all ready to get this party started? Put a Shondo in the chat. Let me know we ready to get this party started. We got some shit to break down. Now, the dossier ain't too packed today. So what that means is that's dangerous because y'all know whenever the dossier is not too packed, that means we're going to go way longer than we're supposed to go. When we have a lot of shit in the dossier, we get through that shit like clockwork. But when the dossier is real light, we go longer than we're supposed to go. I'm just saying. You know what that... Oh, I was going to say something, but I'm trying to keep this PG. Well, since y'all ready to go, I'm ready to go. Of course, we absolutely will start off with our Sugar Spike segment. So, Larry, you know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, it's your favorite time of the day. It's time for your Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And who shall ever believe?
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Major Sugar Spike. Ciao. For those people new here, one of these days I'm going to go and find. We get Sugar Spike from a story we did maybe about about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was so funny. And it was all about how this man was racist, um, and blamed it on his sugar. And so that became my excuse whenever we, felt some kind of way. We could blame anything, and whenever we started cussing and stuff, we could blame it on Sugar Spike. So, and we know some of our politics and racially and race and subject matter that involves race. It was a girls' basketball game. We broke that whole. He wrote a whole letter. Remember, Tracy? He wrote a whole letter, and we broke down the whole letter. We damn near did a whole rhetorical analysis on that goddamn letter. I remember. That was a great live. We done had some great lives in the past, y'all. I'm just telling you. Where's my what the fuck did I do with my y'all? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? What did I do with the hold your line? Hold your line. What the fuck? Oh, it's right here. I was about to say, I know I brought that thing over here. I had a Yeti. I brought one of my Yetis over here so I could keep some stuff cool. Yes, they did fix the AC, but child, I just wanted something in this. Oh, that's good. Oh. So yes. Y'all's girl. This is y'all's girl. David, this is your girl. Hey, Catherine Powell. Hey, Tacos and Tequila. Taste the Biscuits is on the Taste the Biscuits is on the Sugar Spike intro. Tacos and Tequila. Yeah, rubber ducky hat today. So listen. Yesterday was day one of the Republican National Convention. Apparently, it was Black Day. That was the day when the blacks got a chance to be at the conventions because they didn't want y'all. The closer you get to Thursday, the more important you are and the more they see it for you. Okay. I think the first lady goes like on Wednesday. Real important people go on Wednesday and Thursday. But the people who they don't really see it for and they don't really give a damn about, but they like, girl, let me just have you up here because maybe I owe you a favor because you gave me some money during the campaign. So, girl, let me have you go on Monday. That's what they reserve Monday for. I'm just being honest. So all of the blacks were on Monday. You had Republican representative out of the great state of Michigan, John James, who's one of the blacks that see it for them. He came out and said, what did he say? Oh, he said, I heard earlier, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't black. I'm just telling you what the man said. The man said, quote, I heard, oh, y'all don't believe me. Y'all think I'm making this up. Hold on. Let me let y'all see it. Because I can't see it like he said. It ain't my words. It's his words and not mine. Let me let y'all see it. Hold on.
If you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't black.
That's what he said. Hey, crazy homebody girl. Hey, Pinky Tiki.
But see, here's the thing. By the grace of God, and I heard a little bit earlier today, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't black. But see, here's the thing. By the grace of God, and I heard a little bit earlier today.
Oh, Jesus, God. Help us, Father. Father, help us. The man said, If you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't black. And that's according to Representative John James out of the great state of Michigan. Today you found out you ain't black, Nessa? Child. Guess the rest of us did too. I don't know what y'all want from me. They paraded out fucking Byron Donalds. They paraded out mush mouth Senator Tim Scott. All of the blacks who don't want to be black. Child. Hey, Lulu. You okay today, Lulu? Lulu, you was a little mad the other day. I don't know what you was mad about, Lulu, but we glad to see you back today, Lulu. How you doing today? I mean, they had Amber Rose, who's black, but don't want to be black. Her daddy black and her mama white. And so she chooses to be white because I guess you can make those decisions. You could choose either way, you know what I'm saying, when you're Amber Rose. God. So she brought her trifling ass because in her mind, her sick, twisted mental state of being and psychosis has really, truly made her feel like she is actually white. And let me tell you how that works, because you got white women and non-black women who try to cloak themselves in a sense of blackness because they get black dick up in them. So I guess when you have black dick up in your pussy and it goes inside your body, then you actually have black up in you, and that makes you black. And that's what a lot of white women and even Latino women do, and they take on their own blackness, so to speak. But technically, that should not be the case for Amber Rose, because her daddy black, which technically make her kind of black. I don't know, but according to her, she ain't black, and she told it on to her whiteness. So much so that she is trying to misappropriate black culture from the inside. Like white people, white women do this shit all of the time. I told you, they feel like if I stand next to a black man, I get beat by a black man. I get my box beat in by a black man. I get beat by a black man. I suck a black man dick. I get beat by a black man. I get a black man up in my pussy. I get beat by a black man. I get a black man up in my mouth cavity. I get beat by a black man. I get a black man in my, in my asshole, in my rectum. I get beat by a black man. All of these things give me the ability to profess that I have my own blackness in me. So I can say the N word, I can misappropriate your culture, I can try to be down and go to your cookouts and all of this shit. Right? I mean, the bitch is delusional. Like hey, Donna Cotton, she's trying to do like white women and appropriate our culture as if she's not black. And y'all want us to take political advice from a fucking lunatic who don't even know what the fuck she is. I guess this happens when you get your box beat in and you get, copious orally, rectally, and y'all see how these people messing with my internet? Back to what I'm saying. If you take copious amounts of semen samples rectally orally and vaginally from a raving lunatic date Kanye West for several years, I guess you feel like, you know, I guess you can kind of go crazy. I guess you can kind of lose your mind. Oh, the dad is, I thought the dad was black and the mom was white. The mom is black and the dad is white. Got you. That makes even more sense. That makes way more sense now. Hey, Harold. Hey, Bap. I don't know why the Republicans think that black people give a damn about Amber Rose. We never have. She's a fucking slut and a whore. The woman said she was having a whole, what was it, a slut walk, a whore walk, whatever the fuck kind of walk she was having to proliferate whores, sluts, and skanks across the fruited plains. She did that. I did not. She had a whole, what was it called? Slut walk, whore walk, skank walk. I don't know what it was called, but she put that on and said she was being charitable and benevolent, and that was her gift to society. The proliferation of skanks across the fruited plains. I'm just saying. Child. Look at the people. Everybody said hi to Harold. Everybody said hi to Harold. Child. Tell them, Tracy, they made a whole walk for Harold. Harold, they made a whole walk for you. It was the slut walk, Cassandra. Thank you. I knew it was something. The woman's a whole ass whore and a skank and a slut. When your claim to fame is getting your womb plunged by any Z-list athlete, actor, or entertainer, you ain't shit. And what that means is we don't want your stinking ass telling us a goddamn thing about how to be black. We don't want you to tell us anything about who to vote for. I would argue most women don't want you to tell them a goddamn thing about being a woman. You are bad at everything. And you want us to celebrate you and your awfulness, your mediocrity. That's why you think you're a white woman, because you're mediocre at everything. Everything you do is just not good enough. Every single thing you do is sub fucking par. So it makes sense that you would be a proponent of electing someone like Donald John to the office of the presidency. That makes total sense. I did say Harold. Hi. Oh, I thought you was talking to me. You talking to Tracy? Okay, I'll leave you alone. Oh, I thought you was talking to me, Harold. Cha. You talking to Tracy? I'm gonna let you live. Hey, Harold. Anyway, the bitch ain't shit. So, since you don't want to be black, I don't feel no kind of way when another non-black woman whoop your ass like Joseline Hernandez, because you're here for the proliferation of skanks, whores, and sluts. Both of you are skanks, whores, and sluts alike. So when that non-black woman, Joseline Hernandez, whooped your ass, the black community had nothing to say about it because you told us you weren't black. Going on over there to the white people. Maybe they'll give a damn. According to you, them, your people. What do you want from us? I can tell you what I want from you. At this point, I want you off my goddamn screen. Ma'am, go to fuck with God. In more politics, Senator Bob Menendez was found guilty on bribery charges. Let me read this for you. Um, a jury of his peers issued a verdict today in a Manhattan courthouse with him being convicted on 16 counts, including bribery, extortion, wire fraud, obstruction of justice, as well as acting as a foreign agent. Now, this all has to do with him trying to do taking money, gold bars, and all kinds of stuff from I believe it was Egypt, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and he was, trying to negotiate deals with foreign entities against the and some of which was against our own government, and yet you sit in the United States Senate. Now he is a Democrat. Now Chuck Schumer brought his ass out and said, "Oh, he needs to resign." Where was your voice earlier when he first got indicted, sir? We were looking for you to force him out when he got indicted, but no. You were real quiet, real soft with it, Chuck Schumer. And now this is going to be used by every Republican running for the Senate. It's going to be said that the Democrats are corrupt, evil people, and they encourage that corruption in the United States Congress. That's what they're going to say. That's what I would do, because you allowed this man to continue to serve on the United States in the United States Senate all this time. Y'all ain't shit. Did I forget to tell you? He's still running for re-election. Do I need to say that again? He is still running for re-election. Let me say that a third time. He's still running for re-election. Mind you, if he had been a progressive that did nothing but obey all of the laws and fight for the constituents from which he was elected to serve, Chuck Schumer and the Democratic establishment would have ousted him or had him primary long time ago. They would have forced his ass out a long time ago, because y'all know how they do progressives. But because he was, one of their good old boys, they twiddling their fingers. They got one finger in their ass and one in their mouth, and they switching them every fucking 10 minutes. He has a history of corruption. This was not even a news flash when it came out, because they had warned the Democratic Party about him years ago, and they twiddled their fingers with it. I'm just saying. Hey, Renee. They twiddled their fingers, and now we're here. I'm just saying. The man was out here with gold bars in his house. They went to his house, and that shit looked like damn near Fort Knox. I'm just saying. Fucking gold bars in his goddamn. If that ain't some of the most gangster shit, that's some shit I can see some 1980s coke dealer kingpin do it. You know, all of the black men that was the cocaine kingpin back in the day. Now, I grew up in Miami with the cocaine cowboys, so I know all about this. That had these extravagant houses and had shit like gold toilets and shit in their house and gold bidets and all. This bitch had gold bars in his goddamn house. I could absolutely see some kingpin in the cocaine drug industry doing this circa 1986. I'm just saying. Some gangster ghetto ass shit. The fuck we got going all around here. But Chuck Schumer, oh, now all of a sudden he needs to resign. Where was this fucking energy? Well over a year ago. You ain't shit, Chuck Schumer. Let me be clear. You ain't shit. Sir, we don't care about you. Go with God. So, apparently some audio was leaked of a conversation between RFK Jr. and Donald Trump. Now, this was apparently just hours after the assassination attempt. And Donald Trump, who's prone to lying, Donald Trump, who's a known liar, had this. Let me play the audio. Hold on, because I need y'all to hear it. Hold on. Hold your line. Hold your line. Let me let y'all hear it.
I agree with you, man. Something's wrong with that whole system. Yeah. And, as the doctors, you find. Remember I said I want to do small doses. Small doses. When you feed a baby, Bobby, a vaccination that is like 38 different vaccines, and it looks like it's meant for a horse, not a 10-pound or 20-pound baby. It looks like you should be giving a horse this. And did you ever see the size of it, right? It's just massive. And then you see the baby all of a sudden starting to change radically. I've seen it too many times. And then you hear that it doesn't have an impact, right? But you and I talked about that a long time ago. And anyway, I would love you to do something. And I think it'll be so good for you and so big for you. And we're going to win. We're going to win. We're way ahead of the guy. And, he's interesting. It was very nice, actually. He called me. And he said, how did you choose to move to the right? So I guess that's, people see it. If I was looking straight on, right? He said, I said, I was just showing a chart. I didn't have to tell him the chart was on all the people pouring into our country, right? But I just turned my head to show the chart. And something wrapped me. It felt like a giant, like the world's largest mosquito. And it was a bullet going around. What do they call that? An AR-15 or something? That's a big gun. Those are pretty tough guns, right?
I just wanted y'all to see what the Republican Party is now using as fodder. This is the most incoherent conversation, I've heard since the interview with Lester Holt and Joe Biden, which we'll get to in a second. But they're using this to say, Biden asked Donald Trump why he moved his head because Biden wanted him killed. Like what? Like it's the shit that these people are doing. Like, you cannot tell me I'm not living in some bizarro world or some alternate dimension with some of the shit I see out here. Listen, crazy homebody girl, I don't understand it either. I don't understand it. These people will use anything. Like that whole diatribe we just heard was completely incoherent. I just don't understand it. Now, as much as they talk about Joseph Robinette being not fit for office, you telling me that nut job, both of these geriatrics aren't fit for the office of the presidency. But who the hell am I? Who the hell am I? I can't do no more. Hey, Xavier, this is not the tribe. That's really B. I'm gonna need for you to know where you at, Xavier. Go with God, RFK. In more sickening white people, rich white men who we don't like or care about news. Oh, get this. Y'all's boy, oh yes, y'all's boy has made an announcement. What is that announcement? I'm glad you asked. This is coming from Al Jazeera, as well as two other sources outside of the United States who spoke with Elon Musk. Elon Musk tells news outlets that he is set to give the America PAC, that's the PAC supporting Donald Trump, a whopping $45 million, not one time, but every single month from now until the elections. That adds up to $180 million. Oh, yes, the man is spending $180 million to help Trump get elected. Let me say that again. The man has pledged $180 million, $45 million a month. I'm just saying. And by some sheer, by happenstance, I should say, Congress has yet still to do anything about these PACs all over the country, spending billions, and I do mean billions with a B of dollars, to get people elected, to get demagogues elected, to get all types of horrible things ran through Congress, like a black peen ran through Amber Rose's hot box. I'm just saying, hey, Cams, what's good, boo? I need you to come rub my back, Cams. Cams, can you come rub my back? Just come rub the small of my back. That's all I need you to do. Cams, I just need you to come rub the small of my back. Now, if you see something else down there you want to rub, feel free. Go ahead. I'm just saying. Just saying. Anyway, so I brought this to your attention to let you know we have to get very serious about elections. However, one thing that I say on this platform is this. I've said this over and over and over, and we get bogged down with the top of the ticket. That is not our focus. Our focus is Congress. Our focus is our state houses, our state senates. Our focus is our state governors. Those people in our state legislatures, those are the people who affect us every day. Those are some of the most dangerous people walking the streets. That's our motivation to vote. Damn if he spent $1 trillion on trying to get Donald Trump elected. Our focus is voting in our state for our state legislatures, our state governors' mansions, as well as our local elections. Things like district attorneys, things like, circuit court judges. We elect judges. We elect district attorneys. And why am I mentioning them? Because these are the people who decide what cases get prosecuted. In most cities and municipalities, you elect a county sheriff. Not all, but in most of them, a county sheriff is elected. These are people who directly impact your life. The judges within your city and municipality, district attorneys, sheriffs, your state legislatures, the state house and state senate, the governor's mansion. Some states you even vote for the Supreme Court within that state. These are the things that we need to be worried about. That bastard can spend a gazillion dollars if he wants. He can spend a quadrillion dollars. Our focus is on the right thing. Joseph Robinette can be like Viserys in his final days, and on House of the Dragons in the White House. Our focus is on the state level, because we've seen the people in Washington, D.C. can't do a goddamn thing. They can't pass a bill. They can't get a law passed. They can't get shit. They barely keep it, Social Security afloat. Hey, China White, I see you, China White. You can't just slip up in here. We see you. I'm just saying. I agree, LC. I mean, is it a good idea for somebody who owns a major social media platform tell you openly that they're endorsing one candidate? Because what happens now, the first time a Democratic, a left-leaning person puts the wrong tweet that he doesn't agree with, because we know he reads tweets. We know he gets invested in what happens on Twitter. Let me move on, because I feel myself spiking out. I'm spiking, y'all. So last night, this aired. I'm just saying. Did anybody watch this interview? Put a 27 in the chat if you watched this interview. Please put a 27 in the chat if you watched this interview. Am I the only one that watched it? It's okay, because I know that's part of my job to watch this kind of stuff so I can bring it to y'all. I know that's my job, to watch this stuff so I can bring it to y'all. All right. So since I'm the only one that watched it, let me tell you what happened. It was a horrible interview. Horrible. The interview was as horrible as Lester Holt's tape line. Not necessarily as horrible for Joseph Robinette. I mean, let's be clear. You didn't leave there thinking he finna go run a marathon. He was an older man. He didn't seem as, waywardly and downtrodden as he did in the debate. However, he was an old man doing an interview. No, Lester was a mess last night. He would ask Joseph Robinette a question. Joseph Robinette would be damn near disrespectful to the question, as if, why the fuck are you asking me these questions? every answer he gave to a hard question, he would basically be like, what the, he would answer in a way basically said, why the fuck are you asking me these questions? And if I'm Lester Holt never pushed back. He would ask him a question. For example, he asked him about doing another debate with Donald Trump before the one that they have scheduled in September, right? And let me see if I can find here's what he said, okay? Here's what Lester Holt says. So Lester Holt says, quote, if the opportunity came up to do one between now and then, is there a sense of wanting to get back on the horse? End of quote. And he asked him this following letting him know, bringing up the fact that people thought that the last debate didn't go well and that he didn't seem well. And he was basically asking him, hey, would you, go and do an interview before September? That's why he's saying, is there a sense of wanting to get back on a horse, meaning wanting to get back up there and do it again and show the people that you can actually do this? This bastard then says, quote, I'm on the horse. Where have you been? I've done 22 major events, met thousands of people, overwhelming crowds. A lot's happening. I'm on the horse. End of quote. That's not the same thing, sir. See, and this is why I hate when you get certain people up here doing an interview, because Lester Holt just went on like he had answered the question. No, you're not on the fucking horse, because you going there doing campaign trips is not like a debate where there's a back and forth, where you have a moderator that's asking you pointed questions, where you have to pivot sometimes, where you have to be on your toes, where you have to be ready to respond to something someone else said, not a cheering crowd of people. What the fuck are you talking about? But Lester Holt at every turn never pushed him. Lester Holt asked some real softball questions and maybe about 2 questions that weren't even hardball, but were a little harder than the softball questions that he asked. And every time Joseph Robinette would give an answer like that, that just was like just disrespectful to the whole interview, as if he was like, bitch, why are you bothering me? Why are you interviewing me? You asked for this interview, sir. You asked for it. And then you get up here. And it was not a good interview for you, Joe. I'm sorry. It was not. I guess he felt like if he came off, edgy or more demonstrative or more assertive, that would make us feel, that he had a certain vitality about him, or that he was, more fit or more, no, it didn't. It came off very off-putting. You came off like an old ornery curmudgeon sitting on your porch saying, get off my lawn. You didn't answer a single question. Not a single question had a real answer. You didn't help your cause. I hate that Lester Holt never pushed him or asked him about Israel and Hamas. You never asked him about that. You didn't push him on that. You didn't push him about when he basically dismissed you, when you asked him about doing another debate before September. And every other question was just like real, let me, but we know that the president has a tendency, him and his office, they don't like to do interviews that they don't get to that they don't get to give you the questions. They do not like to do interviews where their questions are not planted.
They and fair or unfair, that's just how they are. Go look at the interview. It's not that long, but go look at it. It just like when I saw it, it just came off very off-putting to me. It didn't give me a good feeling about him. I don't care for how we're pressing the Dem candidate, but not the other one. Well, the thing about it is this: Donald John has proven that pressed or not pressed, the people are going to vote for him. That's not the same demographics. I mean, the people voting for Donald John are damn near mental cases that are going to vote for him if he says good, bad, or in between. We know that, we've seen that, and it's not changing. But the people who Joseph Robinette is looking to come vote for him absolutely want him to give right answers, because what we're expecting is some sense of leadership and some sense of someone who has command of the office. And so we're looking for somebody who can right the ship, who can lead us down a good path and have some semblance of democracy. So yes, we're going to press him. Yes, we're going to ask questions. I'm not pressing Donald Trump on anything because I know I'm going to get lies. I don't want him there. It's just like when I interview candidates for a job, when I interview people on my job that may want to, get hired. If it's somebody who I know off rip looking, between in the first couple minutes that don't have a chance at the job, this interview going to go real short. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions from your resume. Baby, it's going to be all of 5 or 10 minutes. I don't need to ask you no questions because I don't want you in this job. But somebody who I absolutely want to have in the job, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. I'm going to press you. I'm going to make certain that what I thought in my head is what is really there. And it's the same way with Joseph Robinette. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying. Now, I think it's disingenuous to say that nobody presses Trump because Trump ain't doing no interviews outside of Fox News. Just like he ain't do no debates, and he told you he wasn't doing a debate. He ain't doing no interviews outside of Fox News. So it's hard to say nobody's pressing him. He ain't doing no interviews to be pressed. That's just like when people say, oh, well, nobody's bringing up the fact that Donald Trump lied during the debate. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They've actually they've broken it down to the exact number of lies he's done, and he did during the debate. Hell, I saw them down to the statistic that said every 1 minute and 17 seconds he told another lie. That's how much they've broken it down. Now, I think also what people are negating is Donald Trump is not the sitting president. Donald Trump is the person running for president and a former president. So you should expect that the sitting president is going to garner more attention, more media presence, and more everything. It was the same way back in 2020 when Donald John was the president. He got more media he got more attention from the media because he was the president. Joe Biden out before, well, he's not right now because of the assassination attempt. But let's be clear, Joe Biden was getting tons of media attention because he's the president. He's the sitting president. it's never gonna be equal. We should never expect anything to be equal. It just doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, crazy homebody girl. Now let's be clear. Y'all know what side of the aisle I'm on. I am not a Donald Trump apologist and want no parts of him. However, I just don't like the notion that people say we need to press Donald Trump. We need to press him. Press him for what? We know what we're going to get. We're going to get lies. We're going to get lies. And what Donald Trump has shown you, here's why I don't like to press Donald Trump or get Donald Trump out in front of a microphone. What Donald Trump has shown you is this. When you press him, he's going to lie. He's going to then take that moment, turn it around, and garner more support and more people to back him, because he's going to take these moments, he's going to find a way to switch it around and turn it into a magnifying glass for himself. He's going to have a phrase or two that he's going to have said that's going to make his base more rabid than it is. He's going to find every opportunity when a camera comes on to sell himself. And the last thing I need Donald Trump to do is sell himself. Donald Trump is one of those people who I want less time in the media. I want less time. But unfortunately, the person who he's running against on our side, I want less of him in front of the media as well. And that's the scary part. I'm just saying. Donald Trump's base is never going to question him. These people are basically in a cult. They're never going to question him. I vehemently detest seeing people. I saw Omarosa. Oh dear God. I mean Wendy. I saw Wendy Osefo do this. I heard Joseph Robinette do this, and I've seen a lot of people do this in the last day or so. You know what they're saying? Oh, well, JD Vance, he used to say bad things about Donald Trump. So did every other Republican. Every other Republican back in the year of our Lord 2016 vehemently spoke against Donald Trump. They called him every name but a child of God. And every one of those same Republicans today are lockstep and key with him, have fallen in line. They have drank the Kool-Aid. JD Vance is a Donald Trump acolyte. He's a sycophant. And all of these people, you need to go look and see what JD Vance really has to say about him. That's not true. What JD Vance really has to say about Donald Trump right now is that he's a great human being. I support everything that he does, and I'm right there with him. Because the entirety of the Republican Party has changed since fucking 2016. So don't go here screaming bullshit about something a Republican said in 2016. These are not the same goddamn people. And if you're running on something like that, you are running a losing race. And that's the shit that makes me so upset with the Democratic Party, because they do this stupid ass shit and they bring up asinine ass arguments that are losing arguments. These people have mastered the art form of fucking losing. Call JD Vance what the fuck he is. He's a first-year fucking senator who, during his election in 2022, had Donald Trump's full-throated support, gave a full-throated endorsement of Donald Trump, followed everything that Donald Trump wanted. So did everybody else in the fucking Republican Party. Remember what Lindsey Graham, Lady G, was saying about Donald Trump in 2016? Even Mitch McConnell was saying horrible things about Donald Trump in 2016 during the election when they all thought Donald Trump was not going to get the nomination. Do these people have revisionist history? Nobody in the fucking Republican Party thought Donald Trump would get the nomination. Let's be fucking clear. So that's why they were all vehemently calling him out, because they knew what he was doing was creating an authoritarian government. They knew that. And now they've all switched. So stop telling people, oh, you got to see what J.D. Vance really feels about Donald Trump. No, we know what he really feels about Donald Trump. He loves him. He loves him. Don't try to paint these rosy pictures of these people. Call these bastards out for who they are. These are people who are promoting Project 2025, both J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, who want to strip away every right that you have. Call them out. And see, what you didn't do right was yesterday was your first chance to come at J.D. Vance the right way, and you whiffed on the ball on that Democratic Party. You whiffed on the ball because all of the talking points was, oh, go see what he really has to say about Donald Trump. And they were pulling fucking videos from 2016. We knew yesterday was too soon for you to really come at Donald Trump like you were supposed to, because the man just got an assassination tip up on him. We understand that, but he just announced his vice president, and y'all was supposed to wear his ass out. Y'all was supposed to be wearing J.D. Vance's ass out, and you did not do that. You fumbled the fucking ball. You missed your chance and opportunity. The thing about it is, Xavier, because I understand exactly what you're saying. These stupid ass Dems think that they can get some of these centrist Republicans, not knowing those centrist Republicans are really Democrats now, are the establishment Democrats. Because let's be clear, I keep telling y'all, what we call Democrats or the establishment Democrats right now, years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we called them Republicans. Hey, Raphael. This is a mess. Now, I really didn't hear a lot from Kamala yesterday. So we'll see. Exactly, Xavier. Exactly. These people 10, 15 years ago would have been Republicans. And the Republicans are going further and further to the right, and so is the Republican base. And the Dems are going, establishment Dems are sliding further to the right with them, thinking that they're going to get these people from the middle like fucking idiots. Instead of going to the left with their base, with the young voters. Let me shut up. I've been on this story too long. Go watch the interview. You'll see what I'm saying. You didn't present yourself well, Joseph Robinette. It was not a good interview. Lester Holt, for you to be a famed journalist, you did not do well in this interview either. This was not a good interview for you, Lester Holt. Not at all. This was a trash interview. Trash. CNN, who ain't shit. CNN is in the news because they are doing away with their race and equality. Why did this thing just pop up in my way? They're dismantling their race and equality team. Now they put together this race and equality team in the wake of the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor deaths and the summer of Black Lives Matter in 2020. And they did like all of the major corporations made all of these promises to black people and to the country about how they were going to do better about race and equality. And now, because just like I explained to you, everybody's pushing further and further to the right. They're going lockstep and key with the Republican Party and saying, well, we're going to dismantle all anything dealing with race equality or DEI. So now you are left with every major entity now saying, damn us as a corporation, knowing and understanding how to interact with, how to be sympathetic to, how to embrace, how to engage all of our workforce is damn you to hell. Only thing we care about is the big five. White, male, heterosexual, Christian, and rich. That's all we care about. Because let's be clear. Look at fucking CNN over the last couple years. CNN is going further and further to the right and doing everything they can to distance themselves from the left. They're trying to capture all of the money that's on the right side because they feel like the MAGA nuts, the conservative yahoos over there is where all the money is. They're going way, way more right. They don't want nobody on that platform that's really going to do some real journalism. So they'll have Vance what's the man name? Van Jones out there crying and shit. I saw Van Jones last night talking about how, Amber Rose is really speaking to a group of people. She's speaking beyond the people at the convention. She's really reaching people. No, the fuck she ain't, Van Jones. And who the fuck are you? But a crying ass, weak ass, punk ass bitch that's always carrying the nut sacks of the next Republican that's blowing your fucking back out. He get on my fucking nerves. Oh, Van Jones be getting on my damn nerves. Oh, he be getting on my nerves. Oh. But I just wanted y'all to see what's going on. You heard it here. I briefly mentioned this the other day, but I got more details. So for those of you, no, I think I put it in the members only chat. For those of you who don't know, in the great state of Florida, there was a security breach at the Florida Health Department. Some ransomware was released, and sensitive data has now been released to the dark web. Specifically, HIV diagnoses and prognoses was released to the dark web. Over 20,000 files containing highly sensitive information about Floridians were leaked. The stolen data included a wide range of sensitive information, including HIV diagnoses and other patient records. The majority of the records dated from 2023 and 2024. But they contain detailed personal information such as the patient's full names, date of birth, addresses, social security number, and insurance details. The breach exposes individuals to significant risks of identity theft and privacy violations. In response to the breach, the Florida Department of Health has confirmed that it was indeed the target of a criminal hacking group and has begun notifying patients whose personal information has been compromised. Department of Health officials are working with cybersecurity experts to assess the full extent of the damage and to enhance the department's security protocols to prevent future incidents. Um, listen. Florida is what? The fourth largest state? I think Florida's number 4. I think it's California, Texas, New York, and then Florida. I think Florida is either the 4th or the 5th largest state. Somebody fact check that for me. Florida is either number 4 or number 5 in terms of largest states in this country, in terms of population. If you think that this is the only state that these hackers are going to be able to infiltrate, you are dreaming. You might as well go back and sing Chris Williams, "Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming." Remember that, Chris Williams? Girl, don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Your research is showing that Florida is 3rd. Okay, I thought it was 4, but you're probably right, Vanessa. Florida is 3rd. California, Texas, then Florida. Okay, I thought New York was in there somewhere, but you're probably right. So listen, if you think that the 3rd largest, and let's be clear, I'm from Florida. The Florida entities are pretty solid. They're not loosey goosey with stuff there. They keep a well run entity over there, and if they can hack them, trust me, they could hack a whole lot of other places. Something like that happened at your local hospital, TJC. These hackers are out here, and some of the girls some of the girls do not want their information leaked like this. Let me tell y'all, some of these girls, you want this app? I think I bought it off of Amazon. Some of these girls do not want their information out there like this. Just saying. If you fall into that category, they'll be contacting you. A mess. Let's get to our pop culture today. We start again today with an untimely death. Joe Jellybean Bryant, father of Kobe Bean Bryant, died. We've learned that he passed after complications from a massive stroke. It's being reported that he had a massive stroke and he passed away due to complications from his stroke. He was 69 years old. Listen, these people are checking out of here. Y'all taking everybody out of here this weekend. It's a whole lot of people that's checking out. Listen, I need y'all to take care of yourselves, okay? I just can't do no more. I need y'all to go take care of yourself. I'm just saying. So I'm sure Vanessa probably won't be there at the funeral. You know, her trifling ass can't stand Kobe Bryant's parents. I'm just being honest. I don't expect to see Vanessa Bryant at the funeral. You could let them babies go to their granddaddy funeral though. You could let them children go to their granddaddy funeral. You know Vanessa don't like her in-laws at all. At all. Y'all please take care of yourselves. Don't go mopping the floor for a couple days, okay? Lord. He slipped and fall and stuff. Lord. Don't go eat nothing new. Try no new foods. Nothing. Don't go outside if it's raining and lightning. Just nothing. Vanessa will. I don't think Vanessa going. Don't go outside in this heat. Yes, because you might die heat stroke. Vanessa ain't going. I don't see Vanessa going. I never really cared for Vanessa like that. I never really cared for her. I'm just saying. Anyway, our thoughts, prayers, and condolences to the Bryant family and the friends and loved ones of Mr. Joe Jellybean Bryant. So, the greatest male R&B singer to ever walk the face of the earth, Jacquees, because that's what he told us. He's the greatest R&B singer to ever walk the face of the earth. That's what the man said. I know y'all are out there, got every album, every single. Y'all, Yana, I know you are out here bumping to Jacquees every day with the windows down, blasting that shit like it's the last song. I know y'all out here. Everybody listening to Jacquees. Listen, Xavier, I know you know his whole discography. You know, listen, Angela, don't roll up in here talk about can y'all name one song. Angela, baby, I know you have all his albums on heavy rotation. I know you know who he is. Don't be acting like that. Don't y'all do that. Thank you, China White. China White say that's how she get her morning started. Y'all know this man and his music. Don't act like that. Y'all be acting real funny. Y'all should do this. I mean, in the pantheon of great, we're on the Mount Rushmore of male R&B singers. You got Jacquees first. His face is going to be the biggest. Then we might put Lufa. You might put, maybe if you want to stay old school, you might put Marvin. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you are, you might put Ursh. Depending on if you forgive him or not, you might put Robert Sylvester. I don't know. But the first name I do know you putting up there is, goddamn it, Jacquees. Because we all love him. I ain't been to a party yet in all my years where they weren't bumping Jacquees. Y'all just had 4th of July. And I know they played his whole discography at the 4th of July. The man said he's the greatest R&B singer of all time. Y'all stop playing with that man and put some respect on that man's name. Oh, God. Not you leaving too feisty. Don't go nowhere. Oh. That's what he said. I'm just telling you what he said. Anyway, like we was saying, he is he done shoved his maker stick up in Deion Sanders' daughter, and now they're engaged. He done proposed to her. They done got engaged. According to sources, the proposal went down over the weekend during DeAndre and his baby shower. You know, he done shoved his maker stick up in her, done nutted up in her, and now she got a baby. And at the baby shower, at DeAndre Sanders and Jacquees's baby shower, he proposed to her. He proposed to me. Ow, come on, Kelly Price. I don't know the other words to that song. That's all I know to that song, Kelly Price. He proposed to me. Ow, ow. Or should we sing Let's Get Married by Jagged Edge? Something. Shout out. Now, I know because of the status and the nature of who Jacquees is, baby, they are going to interrupt news broadcasts on Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC. CBS, ABC, NBC will all be simulcasting this. You're going to be able to see it on YouTube. You're going to be able to see it on Netflix. You're going to be able to see it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Hulu. Every outlet is talking about airing this goddamn wedding. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just saying. Don't get mad at me because y'all ain't as popular as he is. The man wrote her a 4-page proposal letter. He shared it on his Instagram. I'm sending you a 4-page letter. Ow! And I closed it with a kiss. Ow! Ow! All right. Yeah, you better get it right. BET plus Tubi. You name it, girl. And you know if it's on Tubi, girl. Ciao. Hey, Mark Chip, boo. The man ain't making no money. You are late to class today, Paul. Where you been and why is you late to my class? Girl. Not let you load up your DVR. Girl. Baby, they break it into your regularly scheduled programming because we all care about DeAndre Sanders, daughter of Deion Sanders, and the greatest living R&B singer of all time. Man is legendary. But put some respect on that young man's name. Y'all don't need to do him like that. Y'all are so disrespectful. Child. We wish y'all the best. I hope you have a healthy baby, Deandra. Jacquees, keep doing your big one. Keep putting out that music. I mean, he kind of cute, I guess. I don't know. Terrell Davis, go with God. Terrell Davis, former NFL running back. He's had an encounter with a flight attendant. Yeah. I mean, Hall of Famer, you know, Denver Broncos legend Terrell Davis. He found himself getting hauled off of an airplane in handcuffs after an incident with a flight attendant. And, you know, everybody on the plane, they say was shocked and, you know, they was trying to figure out what had happened. According to him, he said, quote, his son had asked the flight attendant for a cup of ice during drink service. But when the steward didn't respond to the request, Davis says he leaned over and calmly tapped the man's arm to get his attention. Now, first of all, Terrell Davis, we don't call them stewards, okay, or stewardesses. They haven't called them that since like the 1960s, sir. I mean, sir, this is 2024. You can't go around calling no flight attendant. I mean, Xavier and Montrez and them don't even know what a steward or stewardess is. They ain't even heard that term. They use that term since back when, you know, Nixon was in office. Girl. Well, according to Davis, the flight attendant snapped. The guy snapped and shouted, quote, "Don't hit me," end of quote, before he bolted from the area. Terrell Davis says he had no further interaction with the man for the duration of the flight. But once the plane touched down in California, the pilot asked all passengers to remain seated, and 6 law enforcement agents, including ones from the FBI, hopped on board and immediately placed him in handcuffs. Quote, "I was then removed from the flight while being recorded by multiple passengers as I was paraded off of the plane in handcuffs by the officers," end of quote. A short time later, however, Terrell Davis says he was cleared of any wrongdoing, writing on IG, quote, "The agents profusely apologized," end of quote, and even offered to support him and his family in any way possible. Terrell Davis is now demanding an explanation from United Airlines. It's always United and American with that fuck shit. And he seemed to be threatening to hit the company with a lawsuit over it all, alleging the flight attendant caused him potentially irreparable harm with false allegations. Quote, "These lies and the ensuing events have the capacity to tarnish the reputation I have spent decades building. And this person should not be able to do this again to anyone in the future," end of quote. For the FBI's part, it is said that its agents did respond to John Wayne Airport over a report of an incident on an airplane and did detain an individual for further questioning. The FBI did not identify Terrell Davis by name, but did add that the person was cooperative with law enforcement and was released to continue his travels. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened. They saw this black man, dark-skinned black man at that, probably sitting in first class, and probably was like, mm-mm. And so when you tapped him, said, "Hey, can you get," that bitch probably, but you know how it goes. That bitch probably exaggerated. "Oh, don't hit me." Like, bitch, I didn't hit you. And now y'all carting this man off. And when the man got off the airport, got off the plane, and the people realized who he was, the airline said, "Yeah, we can't have this. Y'all need to go apologize to him. Y'all need to go apologize to him." But had it been my black ass, I would have been on the 5-year no-fly list. I would have been in Gucci Bengals down to the federal prison and on a no-fly list for the next 5 years. Just a damn mess. It does sound trifling, Xavier. I mean, I ain't got no beef with the flight attendant community, but I'm not flying United and American if I don't have to. I'm a Delta girl. Let's be clear. I mean, not to be confused with the Reds, but in terms of my flying, I'm a Delta girl. I don't have this type of time. I don't be bothering them flight attendants. Listen, I don't make no sudden movements on the airplane. I don't try to be erratic or anything. Baby, they tell me to do something. Okay, no problem. Because that's the quickest way to have your ass land in goddamn Gucci Bengals. Your ass will be in Gucci Bengals. Terrell, sue their ass for everything they got. But we got to tell you to go with God. Go with God. So this happened yesterday. Yesterday was the home run derby. And I know y'all want to see this performance. So let me give y'all what y'all asking for. Hold on. Hold your line. Who is this young lady? Her name is Ingrid Andress. I don't really know her like that. I don't know what she do. I take it Xavier might know her. But from what I understand, she's a country music star. So they have her singing down to the singing the national anthem down to the Major League Baseball All-Star Game home run derby. And here's what happened.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's what she was giving. Now listen. The woman has come out and now she says she was drunk during the anthem and that she need to go to rehab. She said, quote, "I'm not going to bullshit y'all. I was drunk last night. I'm checking myself into a facility today to get the help I need. That was not me last night." End of quote. Ma'am, unless they have the best vocal coaches on earth, it ain't the right facility. Alcohol ain't do that, mama. Genetics did. Your ass can't sing. Now, is it the worst that we've heard? Is it the worst that we've heard? No. Is it worse than Fergie? Is it worse than Fergie? I'm asking. That's not a rhetorical question. Is it worse than Fergie? That's not a rhetorical question. Is it worse than the worst national anthem that we've ever heard? Now, we know what the worst national anthem we've ever heard is. Hey, Janae. Hey, Cole, if anybody remembers, we've played the worst national anthem ever known to man. We played it on this platform. If you've been here before, you know who's at. Somebody put in the chat who has the worst national anthem ever. No, it's not Roseanne. We know who the worst one is. So y'all don't forgot. The worst national anthem is Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis has the worst national anthem ever. Oh, you don't believe me? Okay, because some of y'all are new here. Some of y'all ain't never seen it. Some of y'all don't know. The man talked in the middle of it. Oh no, we've watched it on this platform. This is a pivotal moment. Some of y'all may have never seen this, so I have to give you this because it's my duty. I don't want y'all to go through saying that you never heard the Carl Lewis national anthem. There we go.
Are we ready? It's always good to be back in Jersey. How about them Nets? Wait a minute, I didn't hear any food there. All right, are we all ready? Here we go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the rampart we watched with so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flag. The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. I'll make up for it now.
No, you won't.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner get waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The fact that they back there laughing their ass off. Listen, the fact that the players were back there laughing their ass off. Now, I can't put Roseanne Barr in there because Roseanne Barr was not trying to be serious. Roseanne was not. She knew what the moment was. She knew what it was. Oh, boy. And she played into it. She knew. And so she said, girl, I'm going to give the people what they want. A train wreck. But that young lady last night and Fergie and Carl Lewis, these people were serious. They meant to do this. So who's worse? No, I'm not doing Keisha Cole. I'm not doing that woman. I don't like Keisha Cole. So I know that sounds like somebody killing cats. Carl Lewis was not that bad. It was bad to me. I ain't never even heard Keisha Cole's national anthem. So I know that mess sounds like somebody killing some cats. Girl. Y'all still think that she was worse? Okay. I'll go with y'all then. They don't audition these folks. They go off of name recognition. Maybe the woman has some good albums or something. I don't know. I've never heard Keisha Cole's either. Somebody might be telling me to play it because they like it. I don't like that woman. We're going to have to vet it out. And then I'm going to go listen to it tonight. And then maybe tomorrow we'll play it. I'm trying it how? I don't like Keisha Cole like that. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like none of her albums. I don't like none of her songs and none of her albums. The woman just don't do it for me. I'm just being honest. That's your girl, Harold. She's the daughter of a crackhead. She's probably a crack baby. That's why she be sounding like that when she be trying to hold them notes. Listen, when she be trying to hold them notes, she sound like a crackhead that I done heard on the side of the road. I'm just saying. She just be screaming these guttural screams. Ah, girl, the fuck, get out my ear with that shit. Girl. But when you a crack baby, and you the daughter of a crackhead and you a crack baby, these things happen. How have y'all not played Keisha's? That wig was hilarious. Her music is good, but that national anthem was bad. Child, I ain't never heard it, honey. Girl, the woman is a whole crack baby. I ain't saying anything. We know her mama was a whole crackhead. Is there anybody who didn't know Keisha Cole's mama was a crackhead? We saw her mama be a whole crackhead on the show. Her mama is a crackhead. And when your mama is a crackhead, it stands to reason you were a crack baby. Thank you, Janae. It was at a boxing match. Child. Do I need to find this, y'all? Do I need to? Care. She be yelling, don't she, Bap? I don't be caring for her, honey. Listen, that's y'all girl, not mine. I don't really care for her like that. She was in them streets a long time. She was a whole crackhead. That's how, listen, Keisha Cole was a crack baby. You just don't want to admit it. The woman was a crack baby. I'm just saying. The woman was a whole crack baby. Alicia Keys be yelling too. She be getting on my goddamn nerves. You either have to listen to Keisha Cole's The Beyond Skank. Oh, now you making me decide, Paul. Paul, I don't know. I probably will listen to Beyond Skank because Beyond Skank got more. At least I got some songs by Beyond Skank. I could be like, oh, I like that song by her. But I can't name a Keisha Cole song. I'd be like, oh, girl, I got to listen to that. Girl, she ain't got no songs from me. Yeah, Alicia Keys do be yelling. We got to move on. Ma'am, you can't sing. Rehab can't help what your problem is. So, Salt-N-Pepa are in the news. So Peppa, is that Peppa? That look like salt. Is that Peppa? Why does it look like salt? Anyway, she's exploring legal options after being removed from a Southwest Airlines flight. She said she purchased 2 seats due to a knee injury from a 2018 car accident and faced issues when a flight attendant insisted she only needed 1 seat despite wearing a knee brace. After some debate, Peppa was ultimately permitted to keep both seats. She said she later phoned her assistant, informing them that her seating issue had been resolved. However, in a surprising turn of events, a man claiming to be attending a funeral asked for one of the seats and was ultimately granted it, while Peppa herself was escorted off the plane. Citing safety concerns, a Southwest employee who was caught on Peppa's Instagram live stream in the jetway explained that she was asked to deplane because she was allegedly video recording, which was deemed disruptive and a safety concern by the flight crew. Peppa denied recording, but stated she was FaceTiming her assistant. She was refunded $2,500 for the seats, but claimed she purchased them incorrectly, prompting initial inquiries from the flight crew during the boarding process. After the incident, she told TMZ that Southwest agents also tried to relocate her to the bulkhead emergency row, which she declined, explaining that she required 2 seats due to a disability related to her knee. She also told news outlets that she is exploring legal options regarding potential ADA violations affecting flyers with disabilities. First of all, Peppa, why the fuck are you flying Southwest? Now, Southwest is as gutter and as slumming it up as I go. I'm not gonna lie. I flew Southwest when I went to Turks and Caicos, but that was only because I couldn't find a direct flight. I couldn't find any direct flights, unfortunately. And if I was gonna pay $300 and $400 extra and still have to pay for my bags, I was gonna be mad. So I thugged it out and did Southwest. But before that, I hadn't flown Southwest in at least 6 years. I know it's been well before COVID since I flew Southwest. I don't fly Southwest. I told you I'm a Delta girl when I fly. I don't play these games. Why the fuck are you over here on Southwest waiting for them to call B39 for you to get you a seat? Girl, I don't even understand. I'm just saying. Girl. David say Southwest ain't that bad. They do him good. David, I just don't be with this whole, oh, you better remember to get up at a certain time so you can go and log on to this website so you can get the best letter or number or whatever to get your seats. Baby, when I fly a certain class. And what I do is they allow me to pick my seat when I buy my ticket because I fly Delta. I'm a Delta girl. I don't play these games. I don't have to be fighting. Okay. And normally I'm Comfort Plus or better on Delta. So I don't be slumming it up with all of them people in the back fighting for seats. Well, they don't fight for seats in Deltas because everybody has an assigned seat. I'm just saying. We all have an assigned seat. So, right, right, Jay. They be like, man, we ain't called C yet. We on A. We are not on C. Your number say C44. I'm on A 1 through 30. And you got C44. Ma'am, go have a seat. Tried to sneak up in line with the A's. Brown Mama, we just did that story a few minutes ago. See what happened when you come late to my class? You be done missed the story. We did Terrell Davis just a few minutes ago, though, Brown Mama. We did him. Mm-hmm. You pay extra for A, but you don't get no extra perks. You still end up, in the same section, same area as the rest of the people. They ain't got no they don't have no first class or business class on Southwest. Child. Her assistant didn't use the website fast enough. Listen, I promise you, when I was in Turks and Caicos, right, my flight was at 4:00 the next day, right? I logged in on my on the internet at 4:30. I promise you they gave me C35 at 4:30. Because they give, they open it up 24 hours in advance. My flight was at 4:00. I went on the website at 4:30. They gave me C35. I'm just saying. I mean, David, I was in my C35. I was sitting at the front because it was a open middle seat in the front. And so I said, anybody sitting there? No, all right, well, let me sit there. I had to sit in the whole seat. It's fine. Not you moving to the back of the room. You ain't got to move to the back of the room, Brown Mama. I was just saying we did cover Terrell Davis. Yeah, I am an elitist. I know who I am. I don't do first class. I do Comfort Plus. It ain't like I be up here. Oh, I need first class. I fly Delta and I fly Comfort Plus. You talk about me. Where's Cams? Cam's in the room. Cam's fly Delta first class everywhere he go. You need to go talk to Cams. He the one who's bougie like that and really be. Cams and really be them the bougie girls when it comes to flying. I just get comfort. Plus, Cams fly Delta first class everywhere. Really, B flies first class every airline she gets. I'm just telling you what I know. It is the whole seat. Child, that middle seat is the whole seat. But when you a hoe, you comfortable in that seat. Mm-hmm. Don't he be getting flued out, Harold? And don't he be in first class? Harold, no, I ain't making this up. I am not making this up. Be getting flued out. Anyway, y'all, we got one more story. So, Young Thug and this RICO case. This YSL RICO case with Young Thug. Listen, this whole fucking case. This is a whole ass debacle. Do you hear me? There's no other way. It's a debacle. That's what it is. A complete debacle. Now, they done threw out the judge. Well, I shouldn't say they threw him out, but the judge was recused from the case. According to news outlets, a separate judge ruled on Monday, that was yesterday, that it would be best to remove Judge Euro Glanville from the trial for, quote, the necessity of preserving the public's confidence in the judicial system, end of quote. Based on this case, we ain't got no confidence in the judicial system at all. Hello, us black people ain't never had no confidence in the goddamn judicial system. So you showing us this train wreck every goddamn day just proves our point. That proves what we already knew. The witnesses are goddamn mess. The attorneys are goddamn mess. This shit has been a fucking train wreck. They got a new judge, a black woman named Shakura L. Ingram. Listen, I don't know how Judge Ingram gonna do, but anything is better than Judge Glanville. Baby, it's been a mess. Listen, spiritual gangster Miss Tanya. Girl, it's been a mess. Girl, a mess. A mess. Right, Xavier, typical Atlanta shenanigans. They need to declare a mistrial, and then the government needs to offer a plea deal for those charges they can prove. RICO charges are definitely out for sure. This is a mess. I don't even know how the prosecution continues on this case. Ain't this Fonnie's office doing this? Nah, she's not the one trying the case. But isn't this coming from her office? Somebody look that up. I think this Fonnie's office, Fonnie Willis' office that's doing this. Girl, this is a mess. Child, I don't know. All I know is throw the whole case out. Just at this point, just let the man go. Throw the whole case out, okay? I'm sure if y'all want him that bad, he gonna do something else, and y'all have another reason to get him. But Fonnie, just shut this down. You say she pulled the short straw because this is sinking ship. It is, Bap. Fonnie, just shut this shit down. You got this shit going on. You got the debacle that has turned into the Donald Trump case. This whole listen, funny. This doesn't bode well for your office. Now, you won the primary for your reelection, so it's pretty much cemented that you'll be reelected. But funny, you need a couple W's, and this ain't it. This ain't it, Bonnie. Y'all got people dying down there, down to the Fulton County Jail, getting eaten alive by bed bugs and shit. Y'all got people getting beat to death by inmates down there. Y'all got just throw the whole Fulton County away. Mind you, I live in North Fulton County, but throw the whole Fulton County away. Right, Woody is making a laughing stock out of all of y'all. Okay. The man over here making money off of y'all. Just throw the whole shit away. Just throw it all away. Throw it all away. Anyway, that's all we got for y'all today. Okay. Girl, Fonnie, I need you to get some institutional control over there. Listen. I don't know what's going on. I'm about to get off of here, y'all. I've been on here 2 hours. I got to get out of here. It's really be going live. Somebody tell me, because I know she went live earlier, but I don't know if she's going live again. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. We'll be back around these parts tomorrow to, do what we do, to laugh, have a good time. Thank you, Xavier. To laugh and have a good time over here. We be having a good time. Y'all need to make sure y'all hitting the like button. Y'all, thank you, Tracy. Y'all need to make sure y'all sharing this video out. We be having a good time over here. And the people need to know where the hap's at. Where the hap's at. Where the hap's at. So let your people know, yeah, y'all need to go around and watch that lunatic over there, L. Teddy, because he ain't wrapped tightly. Anyway, we about to get on out of here. Shondo, to you and yours. Love y'all, my wonderful pupils. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Oh, Miss Spiritual Gangster, thank you for becoming a new member. DM me, Miss Spiritual Gangster, so I can add you to the members only chat. Because we do have a members only chat on Instagram. So send me a DM on Instagram so you can join the insanity that is the members only chat. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Miss Spiritual Gangster, Miss Tanya, don't forget to DM me on Instagram so I can add you.